Okay, so I want to talk about President Joe Biden. President Joe Biden he's truly being gang stalked. Now, not in the sense that how everybody else is probably gang stalked, but he might be gang stalked on another higher sense because, let me tell you, first of all, this whole executive order on the guns basically Kamala is in control of all of this. Kamala is controlling Joe Biden. That's what I believe. There is a Kamala team, and the Kamala team is on the Republican side. She has people on the Republican side that are posing as Republicans, and she is really leading the whole presidency. That's just my opinion, and I believe that with all my heart. She is controlling Joe Biden like a puppet because I can hear it and I can see it, not like literally, but I everything that's happening sounds like a Kamala move, a Kamala team's move. No guns. Okay. For people who are being gang stalked, if you want to protect yourself, you're going to run into that problem, especially single females, single males, um, really single, mature single females, mature single males who are being gang stalked or just like this is going to start a whole catastrophe. Now they're making a big deal about how there's been more murders from 2000 and from then to now. That has to do with immigration. If you can't even keep up with the people that are here, I heard that Texas is the only one that's keeping up with immigrants and immigration as far as who's going to jail, who's here, and who's not, and nobody else is doing it because they're calling it racist. If you pay attention to data and statistics about immigration, you're jeopardizing all of America in the name of trying to say, I'm not racist. Yeah, but you're becoming anti American by not protecting Americans. And you're an American. Kamala Harris is running Biden. I don't know if they're doing something, but I wouldn't be surprised because Biden is really flirtatious. And I mean, I feel like you can get anything done, if you get a little close to Biden. He seems like his weakness is women. His weakness is women, period. Joe Biden, tomorrow I want you to create this new law for me. And I mean, I really want you to create it. Oh, you want me to create it? Yes, Joe Biden, I really want you to create it. Bam! You get it. I might be a terrorist, but I'm gonna give you some of that pterodactyl love. I mean, okay, I'm being like really silly right now, but I'm serious. Like our fucking country is in jeopardy right now because Biden had no business picking a freaking woman as vice president in the first place. She saw his weakness and she ran up in there. Joe Biden, I am that girl. You ain't no Ruby, whatever her name is. She look like me. I seen your hair, Kamala. It's silky. It's Silky in one picture and then it's a different texture in another picture of Kamala. This ain't no blackfishing. I didn't know that blackfishing was going to be a trend. We are in jeopardy. Like the terrorists could come in today and take over all of America because Biden is the president. That's how easy and fragile he is. He's fragile. The way that he protects America is the way that he was running up them stairs. And they don't want him there. Candace Owens, who poses as a Republican, doesn't want him there. Kamala Harris does not want him there. Omar does not want him there. I call it the Kamala team. They want him to croak over and die. Hopefully, they're not fixing his coffee for him so that Kamala can come in and do what she wants to do with America. Take away guns from us, from protecting ourselves and targeted individuals and people who should have the right to protect themselves. No. This is not to protect America. This is to betray America. You have you I don't know what that word is called, but you have it to where you have the ultimate protection. So, of course, if I'm somebody who has the ultimate protection, I don't give a flip if you have protection because I can control you and do what I want to do. And then since I'm going to put the police on my side because I'm going to perk up a little bit for them and I'm going to tell them they're right when they're wrong, I'll be able to, control this whole world while you're sitting there suffering, shivering at home, wondering who's going to walk in and break in on you who still has a gun. Like there's no gunsmiths here. Like people can't make guns. You're crazy. It doesn't matter. You're never going to be able to take guns from everybody. And the fact that you're even trying shows that you're anti-American. This isn't about Americans using guns on people. The crime rate was literally going down. The crime rate increased when immigration increased. There's the correlation. I'll tell you what. Why don't you let's do a little study. Why don't you gather all the immigrants and all those people who have migrated here and let's just put them on a nice island, okay? And then let's see how well America starts to do when it comes to crime. Are those crime rates still that high? Are more people getting murdered every day? Yeah. Murdering you so they can have your American jobs. Murdering you so they can be the CEO. Because you gave them enough power to get their people to run it. Where's Steve Jobs? Huh? They tried to kick him out of his own business. They gang stalked Steve Jobs. Who tried to run that? Huh? Who tried to run that? You took that man's brilliance, used it, and then you tried to kick him in the face while you were climbing up the ladder on top of his head. So once you got to the top, you kicked him in the face. That's what's going on in America. One of the most successful men, and he couldn't get saved. He couldn't get cured from cancer. He couldn't get the best doctors. He couldn't get the best nutritionists. And now everybody has his fucking shit. They have his shit. They have his business. They have his money. Yeah, and you wonder why people don't want to go to the doctor. Because I don't want you to give me the bad news so you can take all my profit. Biden is a run over. He's getting ran over by any woman. I can be from freaking Brazil. I can be from fucking India. I can be from anywhere. It doesn't matter. I can be a fucking terrorist. It doesn't matter. As long as Joe Biden is the president, I promise you I'll get my way. Because I'm a woman and look how fragile Biden is. He's so fragile. He's not worried about he's trying to see how much more he can mingle. How much more can he mingle? Forget America. Somebody pay for the hotties. I'm ready to get served. Right. That's what Biden's about. He's ready to get served. He wants the hotties. He's not worried about protecting America. Why would you do some executive order about taking some guns away? Because Kamala told you to. Who else told you to? Is Omara creeping up in there? Is Candace Owens creeping up in there? I need you to do me a favor real quick, Biden. I promise it'll be worth it. I mean, are you kidding me? Our life is in jeopardy. These people who are going on and blabbing on about, oh, America, we don't need to have guns because you're not getting gang stalked. Nobody's watching you. Nobody cares about you. Nobody wants to steal anything in your house. You don't have anything worth anything. You're not a hottie. You don't have a hot wife, a hot boyfriend. You don't have talented kids. You don't have anything. Nobody's looking at you. Nobody's glaring at your new car. Nobody's looking at your beautiful landscape. That's why you're not worth. You think that just because you take guns away that our life is gonna get better? You're lying. They're just gonna start slashing your tires. Then you won't be able to go anywhere. And then I guess they'll get a rope and choke you around the neck. I mean, what? Somebody's gonna overpower you. At least you have the right to protect yourself. The four founding fathers or whoever they were, they knew what they were doing. There's a reason why they put that there to protect yourselves. I think it was because people were getting gang stalked. Activists, talented people, people who had things, hell, people who just wanted to have a good American life. If you just want to live a good American life, all it takes is somebody from somewhere else to be jealous of you. For God's sakes, I'm over here living in a freaked up country, and then I'm going to come over here and tell you how to run yours? Why you didn't stay over there and help those people who needed it? Now, let me tell you something why these Middle Easterns are mad at me, because I'm talking about how they're the second greatest population, and now they're coming over here. They're really aggressive people. Well, from my experience, a lot of them haven't treated me too well. Maybe a couple have treated me good out of the many who have treated me horrible. Just because we're the same skin color doesn't mean you're the same as me in America. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I can't even be African American anymore. Black doesn't mean black no more. Because all these people are blackfishing to get a position, blackfishing to get an opportunity. Oh, Biden, I was that little girl. I was Ruby. You wasn't no Ruby. You wasn't no Ruby. Talking about I was Ruby. I look more like Ruby. Oh, I'm Biden. Y'all are gonna love me because I'm gonna pick a black woman. Does she look black enough to y'all? Black enough? Somebody do a background check. They're doing it on everybody else. It's baloney. Kamala, you want to take guns away, right? You were caught for being a lawyer, being a judge, being whatever you are, and you put some black man in jail knowing that he was innocent, got him killed, executed, he lost his life, and then they made you pull out the evidence that said that he was a free man, and you want to be a part of taking guns away from me so you can change the documents when I'm dead and tell him, oh, she died because of drugs. Oh, she had a million people gang stalking her. It must have been one of them. Oh, we're going to make her look bad. But I tell you one thing, if somebody tries to break into this house, I can protect myself as long as I continue to have the constitutional rights that are here today. But you don't want that from me because you see it's getting dangerous out here. You see these gang stalkers stalking these beautiful, talented, good, ugly, but good people. You don't want America to be protected because you're protected. Everything's good as long as you got security on your side. And as soon as security's not on your side, as soon as security's not on your side, you're gonna drop a pin on the ground and say, oh, let me get that. Lieutenant Hansler shouting into the void again, huh? Oh, baby, mine ain't gonna come back void. I guarantee you that. Because God is on my side. God is on my side. And God said, when He bring it out, when He tell it out, go tell it on the mountain, it's not gonna come back void. Okay? And Lieutenant Hansler, if you want to be a lieutenant, then you better listen to what I'm saying. Because one thing you ain't handling is America very well. If you want to handle America, you go tell Biden to quit being a runover, quit believing people who aren't for America, and allow us to have our constitutional rights. Shouting into the void like nobody's listening to me. You gotta be kidding me. I don't put gang stalking on there for a reason, or do I? I don't know who you are, but apparently, if you think that I'm shouting in the void, I guess when you talk, it just hits up against the wall and falls down to the ground. But when I talk and intend on it to be serving a purpose. I'm for America. Your little void again, huh? Stuff. You ain't no American. Where you from? Lieutenant Handler, all up on my screen. Where you from? Hmm? Are you an American? Are you a generational American? Because apparently when you talk, it comes back void. No, American people have a voice. And like I said, everybody who's coming over here from somewhere else that is trying to make sure that American people do not have a voice need to go back to where they came from. We are good to people. We are beyond good to people, but we are actually too good to people. We're not going over there. We're not trying to go to my level of sass. Okay. I'm glad it's a level of sass. But for me, it's a level of seriousness. I come across quite humorous, so I've been told, because I'm so animated when I talk. But I tell you one thing, I'm serious. And if I have to go into the White House or I have to go speak in Austin, then I'll present myself in a manner that is appealing to those people who want a more proper and more etiquette type of way for you to speak and for you to be. But if you look at the White House now, they've been going real crazy in there. If you look at Candace Owens, she's off the wall. Yeah, it looks funny and it looks crazy, doesn't it? Because when you don't put that suit on and you don't talk extremely, professional and keep your voice to this level and have a specific tone, it doesn't come across the same. You don't look as sophisticated. You don't look as educated. Because when I start putting character in it and I start bringing out some of those emotions, all of a sudden, oh, you're really putting on a show. Oh, you're fancy. That's what Kamala likes to say. You're just putting on a fancy show. Just because you're calm, sophisticated, and educated, you might be missing the emotional part. EQ is a thing. Emotional intelligence, EI, it's a thing. When people say your feelings don't matter, let me tell you something. When you're feeling sick, you tell somebody that your feelings don't matter. Feelings drive you to where you need to be. Feelings tell you don't eat that anymore. Feelings tell you that person isn't right for me. Feelings tell you this is the one. Feelings tell you I need to speak out. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Joe Biden is a runover. He has the whole Middle East in there. Excuse me, I'm not trying to offend anybody, but everybody's worried about China. I found a lot of those people to be quite nice and calm people. Who you need to worry about is the Middle East. You need to worry about India because they're coming for you. They're coming for you like they've been coming for me. Yeah, they're all around in this neighborhood. We got a whole mosque over here. I bet they're trying to plot what they're gonna put in my groceries tomorrow. I'm sitting down here making a grocery list, and I bet they're exporting it to the grocery store right now. So yeah, I don't think it's a joke. I don't think it's funny. Every day I have to eat and be concerned because I spoke out about a country or a place, an origin, and now I have to be afraid to eat. I had to be afraid to write a grocery list and tell my friend to go there because they'll make sure that the product is the last on the shelf and that it's been tampered with. I had to be worried when I go to these fast food places or when I want to dine out or order out that one of these people aren't hacking on the phone because I know they are and telling them, oh, putting in a word, hey, just put a little this in that black girl, that African American girl's food because I'm a threat. I'm a threat because I'm African American. I'm African American. That's a beautiful thing. People are threatened by that because African Americans can get certain benefits. African Americans, minorities can get certain benefits. Now, I'm not saying that other people aren't beautiful. I love white people. I love good people, period. But what I'm saying is, I know that being African American is a special thing. And if you're of some race and you're a good person, you should know that what you are is a special thing too. But when somebody asks why, I would like for you to be able to write an essay about it. I would like for you to be able to write a poem about it and for it to be beautiful and for it to make sense. Not just because I'm African American. But I know it's a special thing. And I know that's one reason why I'm being targeted. But my English teacher, who was a Caucasian, told me that you have a voice. She told me you have a voice. And whatever comes to your mind, it comes to your mind for a reason. So you need to talk about that. So I'm going to sum this up because I can go all day. I mean, I could make this a 24/7 live. All I want to say is that Joe Biden, I wish he would stand up. I wish he would be a stronger man. I wish that him and Donald Trump would be friends. I wish that he would continue to take advice from Donald Trump. I wish that he wouldn't allow Kamala to run him and control him. I believe that we should continue to be able to have guns. We're mature people. There's no reason why we should be out here getting trigger happy and all that nonsense. I would like I would like to continue to have the ability to protect myself. And I think it's funny. The reason why I call it gang stalking is because I'm looking into it more than ever. How I can protect myself with surveillance, how I can protect myself with, and then all of a sudden it's like they're a moving target, and it feels like I'd be feeling like I'm the gauge. Like as soon as I want to do this, I used to say I wanted to own a gas station. As soon as when will I ever get the money to do that? All of a sudden, all the Middle Eastern people started owning the gas station. Anything that I feel like anything that I say that I want to do, it's like I feel like everybody rushing to it. And then people that I have a phobia of Middle Eastern people. I'm just gonna let everybody know that right now. I do, and it's because of a nightmare that I had. So I don't know why, but I have a phobia of Middle Eastern people. And one reason, the main reason is because the nightmare that I had. And then the second reason is because when I got out of college and I looked around me, they were everywhere around me, at every corner store and everywhere. So either I'm making this come to truth with my mind, or this is actually coming true. Like, am I making this come true with my mind, or is this just happening? Is this prophetic? Is God showing me something? I can't tell which one it is, but I know one thing: we deserve to continue to have the right to protect ourselves. And I'm done talking. I have nothing else to say. But someone is saying that Biden is trying to come out with an executive order to what's the whole rush? You're not even making sure our food is safe. You're not even keeping count of who's in America. But all of a sudden you want to take all of our protection away from us. You're not running things, Biden. Kamala is, and you need to stop. You need to stop letting her run everything. You need to stop letting women gang stalk you and perk up for you so they can do whatever they want and get their way. This is why I was afraid of women being in the White House and being presidents and things like that. Because a lot of women are greedy people. It's all about them. It's all about the Prada bag. It's all about the Louis Vuitton. It's all about the Gucci. It's all about the Balenciaga. It's all about how I can look good and have all the protection in the world, and you don't get anything. You're just a peasant. You don't even get a gun to protect yourself. You don't get anything. I'm the best. I'm the greatest. And, good luck for them. So I'm done talking here. Thank you for everybody who came in. Please watch the whole video or watch as much as you can because your life is at stake and you need to watch everybody who's um, got a huge population. They're over there. Y'all said that black people was having a bunch of babies. No offense. I don't mean to offend anybody. I don't. Does who give me dreams? I don't know where dreams come from. Sometimes I think they come from God. Sometimes I think they come from Satan. And apparently, there's people who have like these mental weapons that can plant thoughts or things in your head. I have no idea. I can't distinguish all the time between who or what it is. But I can tell you one thing that in the Bible, it talks about people who had dreams, and people will come after you just for having certain dreams. Because if they think that there's some type of divine intervention that's speaking to you, whatever. So anyway, the people who have the higher population are coming over here, and because I have a phobia of India, that's really who I'm talking about right now. And they get all this space, the hugest population, and then they get to come over here too. It's not like we're going over there. It's not like we're flooding them out and then trying to. So am I wrong for being concerned? We're being literally overly populated by people who aren't American. They're becoming American, and then they have a whole nother place where they're everywhere else in their own zone. So, am I wrong for feeling the way that I do? Am I wrong for seeing the way that I see? I think they do it to me, then give you my thoughts. No, actually, I don't know because that is like a whole serious thing. But thank you because that was kind of a compliment. Like I have no idea. Like one time I was at work and I was thinking about something, a certain musician, and the guy that I was talking to, who was like my boss at the time, he mentioned the exact person that I was talking to. So I have no idea. I've had the strangest experience. I thought of something, I go talk to my friend, and they say the exact same thing. I didn't say it out loud. I didn't talk to anybody, but we're like on the same like wavelength somehow. It is the creepiest thing. I can't distinguish who or what's going on. Like I said, sometimes I feel like it's God, it's divine. Sometimes I feel like it's Satan trying to trick me, and sometimes I feel like just like is there some type of machine out there that sometimes I'm like, am I even real? Like I know I'm real, but it's like there's something going on. Like I don't know. So it will make you doubt yourself, but I think that it's real. I think that it's real. I know that I'm real because I do have dreams. And it's because, there's certain things that you're meant to see. It's another dimension, and God wants you to explore that dimension as well. It's a sacred thing. It can give you warnings and everything, but that's a whole nother subject I could talk about on another time. I think the guy that's watching me is messing with us both. I don't know. It's a possibility. It's a possibility. You know why? Because like I said, things have moved so quickly. You have people coming from another place who are, hard up on money. Like they will probably kill to get positions that you have. So information is a valuable thing. They see that as money. So they will watch you literally in your house. They put these little devices up. I don't know what they are, but I strongly believe that they're there. Throw them in your house, put them in your house when you're not there. They will find ways, put them in your car, whatever, and then they will, extract all that information, and they're probably doing this across a huge stream and spectrum of people. And so some people are experiencing the same thing. That's the best that I can think of. I mean, how many variations can you have? Most people are going to just basically be doing the same thing to a lot of people. So that's really unfortunate. I really hope that it gets better. The only thing that we can do is protect ourselves, and people are trying to take that away from us too. And now it's become so expensive just to protect yourself. It's ridiculous. You want 24/7 surveillance? Yeah, it's going to cost you about a grand or two. You want anything that makes sense? It's going to cost you money. You need backup. You need all type of, you need backup surveillance for surveillance because they're used on different, battery ran, IP ran. It's just, it's not really there to protect you easily. Now they want to take guns from you. It's going to cost you. It's going to cost you just to protect yourself. And now, if they take guns away from people who feel protected, it's going to cost probably, I mean, not probably, but even your life. Your life is definitely at stake with the people that we have now. Yeah, I've heard about the 5G. It's the same person. Do you see murderers on TV from your dreams or illusions? they're doing that. I don't watch TV. I stopped watching TV because I felt like that they were looking at me and that they were somehow knowing everything that I was doing and they were targeting me through the TV. So I stopped watching TV. I pretty much do YouTube. Whatever it is, I'm pretty sure it's technology to detect us more, and then they won't provide any technology for us to protect ourselves. It's going to cost us a lot to protect ourselves, but they're going to have everything to invade us. I mean, look at the Cardi B thing. Didn't she's like one of the number one uh, whatever performers, and she came out with the song "Invasion of Privacy." Doesn't that tell you everything right there? And she does do that. Invasion of privacy. Oh, it's funny how she's doing interviews with Biden. She knows how to invade people's privacy. Cardi B has people that can do that, I'm pretty sure. And so do a lot of other people. You just know somebody. People are all on you once you're somebody. You can look good and meet somebody in certain industries and find out a lot of information. I don't know if it's the CIA, I don't know if it's the Nazi, but those are way higher people. I believe that there's people from other countries. Like my phobia is the Middle East. They're a big part of, our phone systems and things like that. And I think that it's also, regular people are getting this technology. Some of them are passing that information to regular people, and now regular people are able to break in your car without the alarm going off and do all type of things. Maps, all type of things. That's fine. But the main thing is, sure, you can know where I stay, but as long as I have protection, it's going to be a competition for you because I'm pretty athletic. At least I have the chance. At least I have the chance to fight back. And that's what I'm fighting for right now. That's why I made this video because they're trying to take your chance to fight back, and that's anti American. Okay, I'll try to check out your Facebook. So we already figured it out. We already figured it out. Sure. I'll try to I will check out your Facebook and I will check out your channel if you have a channel. But I'm going to tell you right now, I'm very private usually about my Facebook because some dude named DJ that looks Middle Eastern popped up on my Facebook. I know everybody that I put on Facebook. So if you're somebody else, you're going to stand out like a sore thumb. Yes, I'll definitely check you out on Facebook. So I have to like, is that an who's mine? Nanotechnology, fiber optic, fiber good cell phone technology. Yeah, it's like what am I? What is this coming down to? Like it's just a whole invasion on America. Like you, all of this started happening. I don't want to offend anybody, but all of this started happening when people started coming to America. So many people rapidly, starting with Obama. Obama had a huge part, and Obama won't go away. He's like sitting right there next to Biden. There's a reason for that. People doubted if he was black fishing. I doubt if he. I'm doubting. Like I don't know. I don't even know if Obama is an African American man. I don't want to offend anybody, but I don't know. And it was like his father is Muslim, but his father's not alive. I can't figure out anything that's going on with the man. Like, none of them have pictures of the black sides of their family. It's just like I feel like there's some type of look. I feel like there's some type of terrorist attack going on, and it's like I feel bad for saying that, but what else am I supposed to do? What am I? If they're gonna do something to me, I feel like I might as well stay how I feel. There's nothing else I can do. So I mean, people. I never wanted to be the type of person to have to speak out like this, and I never knew I was gonna be the type of person that something did tell me when I was younger. Don't tell people what you want to do. Don't tell people your dreams. You got to watch out for people, but I didn't know that it was to this level of severity. Like, there are terrorist attacks going on. They prove it to me on TV. Yeah, well, I mean, like, what type of terrorist attacks besides over there in their country? Like, I don't know. Our terrorist attacks over here are the quiet, secretive terrorist attacks that's hard to prove. They get you on your phone. They get you inside your house watching you. They do trigger words. They do trigger things that only you know. Hey, these people are doing something to me. That's what makes it so hard. Okay, sure. It's basic fifth grade hypothesis and conclusion. Some people aren't on that fifth grade level. For some people, this is like, whoo, way over their head, or they're going to act like it is. So we're going to make sure you conquer fifth grade. How about research? I don't know. You give it to me. What about it? Why do I need it? Sure, research is good, but what do I need to research a million books for and go crazy, spend more years in college and studying when I can clearly see your eyes is the best research there is. Your mind is the best research. Your experience is the best research there is. You can't beat that. My experiences can go down in a book today and be considered research to somebody who looks it up and does a story on what I'm talking about or what all these other targeted individuals are talking about. Research is what somebody's been through and somebody's just looking through it. Well, you guys, it was really nice talking to everybody. Yeah, it's technology. And for some reason technology isn't getting better for us. I don't understand why technology isn't getting better for us. It should for us as individuals to protect ourselves. It seems like it's getting better for the enemy. It's getting better for the enemy. What is going on in America? Somebody get the statistics right. How can we research when they won't put the proper statistics out there? If I'm white, you know what I'm saying, with silky hair. If I have silky hair, am I white? If I live in if my skin is brown, am I, you know what I'm saying, am I white? If I live in a certain part of Asia, am I white? Who am I? There's people who can identify under all of those and get away with that. So I could have silky hair, dark skin, and live in a origin called Asia. Okay, I can identify under white. I can identify under black. I can identify under Asian. I can identify under Middle Eastern. Like, how you gonna do research when the statistics is not going to be right? I can pretend to be anybody. And then people act like they can't identify an African American or a person with African descent. And now there's so many things that you can do to change who you are and what you look like. Research is getting tore up by things like that. Get away with that. Oh, chief handler, you don't know how to be a chief. Go talk to Biden. Tell him to make sure that things are right. You want to be a chief, but you can't handle nothing. You want to be a chief, but you can't handle nothing. Get your name right. Chief sensitive. That sounds like something for me. But call yourself something else. Chief, I can't handle a lot. Chief, I'm not ready for about what you about to say. Call yourself something new, because you can't handle this. Anyway, I've had enough. Like, this is the most that I've seen. So I'm really glad that everybody is here. I know I'm not going to agree with everybody, but I've been on sports teams before, and you had to fight to win. That's what it's all about. But I'm really cheering and rooting for me and everybody who's on my side, because I'm fighting for what's righteous. I'm fighting for what's right, and I'm fighting to protect America. Are they talking to now, like in your house? Chief Angela, this ain't none of your business. I don't trust you. Get help. You need help. You need help because you can't handle anything, but yet you call yourself a chief and a handler. I heard about you. You've been going on here terrorizing people, and you need to stop. Where are you from? Identify yourself, because we got a problem with statistics in America. Identify yourself. I am pro. I'm for guns. I'm for guns. You should be allowed to have a gun. It's your right to protect yourself. If I get gang stalked and somebody breaks into my house, I bet you they ain't gonna break in if I'm sitting like right here with that, like right here. How you gonna? That's gonna make you think twice about bothering me and messing with me, and you know it. So yeah, I'm for guns. I stand with the Constitution, the right to bear arms. And I feel like if you're not talking about that, if you go against the right to bear arms, you're not American to me, or you're not somebody who's getting gang stalked. You have no idea why it's important to be able to protect yourself, and you're a little off. Oh, I can legally own a firearm. I don't know what made you think that. Oh, baby, I can own a firearm. You must can't see that well. First of all, how do you know that there's a guy in my house? I hope that the private investigator is watching you, just to make sure. How do you know that? Look, Mr. Handler dude, wannabe handler, that's none of your business unless I make a video about it. That's confidential information. Why? Does it look like I am? Because people be swearing that I'm high and I ain't smoked nothing. First of all, weed is legal in certain places. What do you mean if you smoke weed, you can't own a firearm? Who are you talking about? Careless people? People who shouldn't be smoking weed? You talking about synthetic weed that's killing these people? If you go to you from somewhere else, you ain't from America. You don't talk American. Talking about if you smoke weed, you can't handle a firearm. I bet you if some of these popos smoked some weed, the real weed with seeds in it, and not these synthetic fake stuff that got people running to the hospital, they might not be so damn trigger happy. I don't know. I hope that we have good CIAs and good FBIs, people that are there to protect America. And that's why God needs to do some sweeping. Sweep out the bad and bring in the good. Well, you might have a point there, but I sure hope that if that is what's going on, that, like I said, America has the power, God has the power to get the bad people out and put the good people in. If we can't do that, then just forget it. We'll all go hide under something. We'll all just be quiet people that don't talk because we're getting abused and we're freaking slaves. And there's nothing to talk about. Let's all just go out there and start acting wild and not care about nothing. I'm be with this person, be with that person. Let me get to know everybody. Who cares anymore? You not look. You could have all the lights on in your house and you still wouldn't be bright, Mister Handler. I can't handle nothing. Marijuana is legal in certain places. So what are you talking about? What did Kamala shake up to Biden and all of a sudden it changed? No, I'm talking to this dude, Chief Handler. That's what he calls himself. He's on here. I'm not talking to the other person. He's trying to tell me that I'm not bright because weed is not legal anywhere. And I'm guessing he's not from America. 18 USC 923 G3 is a federal law. Oh God. Where are you? Oh, you got it down pat. I hope you ain't gang stalking me, because it seems like you know them laws in and out. Is your family you got lawyers all in your family too? So if you murder me, I guess I'm gonna just go under the rug. All the documents gonna be changed and everything. And you know what? There is help for me. There's help for me, and there's help for people who've been gang stalked because I've seen the stories and I've researched on people who have gotten helped. There's lawsuits that have been filed because gang stalking is a federal crime. Now, find that chapter article and section for me. Where there are good people, you will shine. Where there are good people, you will be helped. That's why it's important to be surrounded by good people. When you're not surrounded by good people, you will be discouraged. They will tell you there's no point in trying. They'll make you believe that there's no way out. You're trapped in every direction. But the word says that God will always provide a way. So if everybody's saying all this negative stuff, I just realized that I'm surrounded in a bad environment and I need to get out of that bad environment and go find a good one. Chief handler, nobody's stalking you because you ain't too cute. You not cute. Ain't nobody, ain't nobody stalking you. You don't even show your face or your name nowhere. Ain't nobody stalking you. Don't nobody want to stalk you. You probably got your windows wide open and people looking the other direction. I do. You know what? I went to therapy because everything around me was getting so hectic. It was getting so bad. So I paid for therapy. And guess what? When I go there to those places, those people, they say that nothing's wrong with me. They say that I'm a normal person. They feel bad for me. They think to themselves, okay, well, this girl, we need to help her. And then they start getting cops and helicopters to fly around the area to make sure nothing's going on. I love psychiatrists. I love therapists. You can't get me like that because I grew up in foster care. I had to have therapists and psychiatrists. I don't know about a psychiatrist, but a therapist. And there's nothing wrong with me. You don't know me. You won't find anybody in elementary, middle school, high school that's going to say anything negative about me and say that I'm some type of psychotic person. So, unless you change the documents and shred them, you won't find that. You know what they think to themselves? I don't know. They probably don't. Yeah, I know what they're probably thinking because I also feel that I have a therapeutic and well because when I was in high school they said that I should take advanced psychology. My teacher told me I should take advanced psychology. So I guess I could guess take an educated guess on what people might be thinking. I mean, is that so wrong to take an educated guess of what you might be thinking? Yeah, well, there's a difference between delusional and what you actually see. So I really talking to you is like talking to a rapper who can't write their own lyrics, but then says they're the baddest person out there and that they're the best lyricists in the world. Like I don't really need to waste my time with you. How the hell are you gonna tell me what I am and you don't even know me? You're a psychopath. You're trying to control me. You can't tell me who I am and what I am in one session of knowing me or seeing me. You're delusional because you think you can diagnose me and you don't even have my history. Go get a Kit Kat. Seems like you need to take a break. You're twisted. Go get a Twix. Help yourself. You go to a psychiatrist because you've been bullying people. If anybody touches me, I'm going to kick their ass. What do you mean, touch me? That you're talking about some like way other level type stuff. But what do you mean? Like, no, ain't nobody coming up to me, touching me, just like I'm right here. Like, no, not I'm not that. I ain't that naive and sensitive and vulnerable. The difference is that you're actually educated. Yeah, I graduated with honors. So good luck with that one, buddy. I got a college degree. And I graduated as a Texas scholar. Since you want to be nosy and know all my business, I guess I'll just splat it out there for you. You think I would get on here and try to talk a little bit if I wasn't that educated? I'm not telling you what university I went to. I don't want you all in my business. What university did you go to? You a stalker probably. No. Anyway, goodbye the University of God knows me. Does he know you? That's what university I went to. Now goodbye. Y'all have a good day. Thank you for watching and I will see you guys later. Hold on. You went to the University of Michigan, NYU, and UTP. You went to a lot of different universities. Where's the commitment level? How did you do all that? Did you ever have time to do anything else? You're just like studying all day? You went to a lot of universities. That's kind of suspicious. You're moving around a lot. You have 3 degrees. You have 3 degrees, and you have time for this. I mean, 3 degrees. Everybody who told me that they had a lot of degrees were like miserable people, and they like weren't living in a very good situation. So that doesn't really impress me. It just makes me wonder like about what's going on with your life. You don't know what you want to do. You don't know what you want to be. Why do you have 3 degrees? Are they 4 year degrees? What type of degrees are they? Bachelor's, associates? I'm in my office killing time as it's slow today. Yeah, well, hopefully you don't have too many of those slow kills. The your choice of words, just a psychology thing. Trying to kill somebody slowly. 2 bachelors and 1 MS. What are you, a doctor? Well, I don't know because you switched too fast with the bachelor's. That's too much time in school. What are you doing? Stalking students? So I see you got well acquainted with what's her name? Candy Grand Prix. A lot of people have problems with you, Chief Handler. If only we could find out who you really were, what your name is, where you're from. You have a doctorate, a PhD or MD. Oh, suddenly I'm scared. You're gonna try to frame somebody and tell somebody you don't sound really professional to have a yeah, you don't sound professional to have no PhD or MD. Because if you had a PhD or MD, you wouldn't have made those assumptions about me so quickly. You wouldn't have came to that to say what you said, like, oh, you're not being gang stalked. Most MDs or therapists or psychiatrists, they don't really talk like that. Not the professional ones. Everything to them is about learning the history of a person, understanding where they're coming from. They don't snap and say something quickly about a person. Oh, this isn't happening to you. Oh, this isn't blah 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 blah. Oh, you're this. Oh, you're that. You're just delusional. Not the symptoms, not the sign of being a psychologist or therapist or doctor, nothing like that. See, doctors ask questions and they get answers and then they find out. They want to know what your symptoms are and then they can diagnose you. It takes time. They need to find out the history. They just don't jump to conclusions about who you are and what you are. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying I know you don't have those degrees because if you did, you wouldn't talk the way that you talked. I'd be highly shocked and surprised. So, what is your BS and MS in? I hope the BS doesn't stand for bullshit, does it? And the MS doesn't stand for manslaughter. So, what did you get them for? While you're in your office killing time slowly. It's linear. Yeah, whatever. It's linear and it's skewed too. How can it be linear and skewed? My degree's not in cosmetology, but I'll take that as a compliment. No, no, not cosmetology. You still haven't told me what your degree is in. No, I think my degree is just a little more fancier than, just a little more interesting than cosmetology. But cosmetology is a good degree to get. Why are you fishing for information about me, but you haven't told me your information yet? What you do? I could have got a degree in anything pretty much that I wanted to get a degree in. All I have to do is study. That's the type of person that I feel like that I am. I mean, there's certain things that just wouldn't be fun and I wouldn't be interested in, but I feel like there's a lot of things that I could have done that make good money. So, well, cosmetology isn't a degree. What's your degree in cosmetology? I don't know because cosmetology is not what I do. So I'm not surprised that I don't know that. What is it, a certificate or something? I don't know. I have a degree. So don't expect me to know what cosmetology is. So joke's on you. No, you didn't. I have a degree. You told me you had a degree. What else do you want to know? So if you want to know what I do, you tell me what you do. You're the man. Men lead. So lead. You sound like, well, you act like you a man. You're a sneaky person. You told me you was in your office, but business was slow. How sad that you have 3 degrees and you're talking about how sad I am for going online talking about how sad my life is. I have 1 degree, but you have 3 and you're watching me. So what does that say? Hmm. I don't believe anything that you say. And the only person that you can handle is that little office that you're in. You probably got like 10 cameras in there watching people. Anyway, I have nothing to really say to you. If you want to do a like a private chat or something like that, you have to tell me how to do that, then we can have a whole conversation and a whole debate about who's going to swap information, who's going to say what. You're manipulative. I'm not about to sit here and play with you about you giving information. You are acting like what some people have called you, a narcissist. You This dude says that he's the top 5% of earners in the US, made with kids. Yeah, bye. Goodbye. Because I don't believe you. That's just your way of willing people in. But this ain't Wheel of Fortune, so I don't need none of your fortunes, boo. I can try to make them on my own or with good people and not people who accuse me of being other things like delusional. Anyway, this went way longer than what I expected, and I did not want to talk as much as I talked. I know that Chief Handler is a stalker, and he's probably a liar as well. So, thank you for tuning in. I'm gonna check out your Facebook. Is there anything else that I can check out of yours? This whole scene got looked at my brain. Yeah, tell me about it. I think I started sweating in here. It did the same thing to me. Okay, well, I will talk to you guys later. Thank you.